When using Vertex Paint, the colors painted to a mesh are only visible when solid mode, solid display mode, is active. In any other mode, they're not visible. So that's just a plain material color. But this presents us with an issue, because if we want to use the Vertex colors as our diffuse, they're not visible. So what we have to do here is a little bit of tweaking to a material that's assigned to the mesh that is Vertex painted, so that Vertex colors appear on the mesh. And relative to what we might be doing, this is relatively simple. So once we've got our mesh all painted up, so we've been in Vertex Paint mode and we've painted our colors to our mesh, we've got everything looking the way that we want it to. This is a high resolution mesh for baking, which if we're using Vertex colors to then bake, we might want to be using a high resolution mesh in the same way that we might set up a scene for texture baking, which is what we might want to do. So in this case, we are actually going to do that. So object mode. So this will get us back into solid display mode. So this just confirms that the vertices are painted, but they are not visible on the mesh. So we need to go into shading workspace. And here, so there is our mesh. We've got a basic material assigned to the object. The only thing that's associated with this mesh right now is the base color. So what we need to do here, from the add menu, we want to input color attribute. So add input color attribute. Drop that into place, and by default, when we connect color to base color, it should display the Vertex colors that we've painted to the mesh. And there we have it. If it doesn't, so its default behavior is to list. So if we go into object data properties, its default behavior is to list what's in the color attribute. This used to be called col instead of attribute. So if the colors don't appear, what we want to do is just set attribute as our input. And we can rename this, double click. We could call it col if we wanted to, old school. We would need to update the attribute. And again, it shows the Vertex colors. What this basically means is if we had a number of Vertex color maps, essentially, so we have different channels, we can select each one in turn and then bake it. So that's step one. That is how we get our Vertex colors to appear on our mesh in Material Preview and rendered. We just add a color attribute and link that through to base color of our principled BSDF. So the next step is how we bake it. So for baking, we want to make sure that we have our game mesh or our low res mesh, and we need to make sure that that's UV mapped relative to how we want the texture to be mapped to our object. Obviously, how the object is mapped will depend on the object itself. So we've got this broken into segments because of the shape of our object. We want to try and avoid distorting the UV maps. So once we've got that, it's basically the normal process that we would go through for texture baking. Because now that, exit edit mode, now that we have our Vertex colors visible, it also now means that they are visible to be baked by the Bake system. So we've got our UVs mapped out on our object. We've got our base material for our game object. So all we need here is a image texture. This is what's going to be baked to. So we have to make sure that that is active and selected. That is the active object. And then we do what we normally do for baking, which is move our low res so it's co-located with our high res. We need to switch engines. So we should be in Eevee. We need to switch that to cycles. Scroll down, bake options, down at the bottom, expand. And in this case, we are baking the diffuse. So that is, we are baking the vertex colors to our image. So set the bake type, diffuse. We want to disable any lighting influence. So disable direct, indirect. So all we're capturing is color information. Make sure our meshes are selected. The order is important. We want high res first, shift click low res. So the low res is the active object, and we can confirm that in the outliner. Double check our settings. Selected to active. We might need to set extrusion or ray distance depending on the objects. Let's try extrusion, set that to 1. And then all we need to do is click on the bake button. And that will bake vertex colors to our image map. And there it is. It has baked the vertex colors painted to our high-res mesh to our low-res game object. So all we need to do now that we've got our low-res, is save the image. So image, save as. Bake Vertex Colors. Save. That's now locked into the material so that we have our game object mapped and ready for use. So that's the process of displaying and then baking vertex colors.